In 2012, a college sophomore disappeared. The search led police into a dark, dangerous world of domination. But unlike 50 Shades of Grey, this was real and deadly. 48 Hours correspondent Troy Roberts began investigating this case 10 months ago. Here's a preview of tomorrow night's report.
19-year-old Lizzi Marriott was studying marine biology at the University of New Hampshire. Lizzi's mother, Melissa Marriott.
Lizzi was vivacious. She loved her friends. She loved the little critters around her.
On Tuesday, October 9th, 2012, Lizzi had plans to see a friend and simply vanished.
What do you do when your child is missing? I didn't have a checklist that told me what to do.
Her father, Bob Marriott.
Let's call the FBI. Let's call the state police.
Investigators learned Lizzi was supposed to meet Kat McDonough, who she knew from work. But Kat told friends Lizzi never showed up. At the time, 18-year-old Kat was living with her 29-year-old boyfriend, Seth Mazzelia. As police investigated Kat and Seth, they found a troubling relationship. Reporter Rod Doherty.
A reporter is researching him. He's coming across his name on these sex and bondage sites.
Police brought Mazzelia and McDonough in for questioning.
The local police were very active, very fast.
Kat stuck to her story. Lizzi never showed up. But Mazzelia, after 11 hours of interrogation, dropped a bombshell. He told police Lizzi did come over. There was sex. Something went wrong, and Lizzi died. He even took police where he had dumped her body. He was arrested that night and charged with Lizzi's murder. Kat was released without being charged.
He fantasized about murder a lot when I was with him.
Mazzelia's ex-girlfriend, Catherine.
Did you think this was maybe a sexual encounter that went awry?
No.
And got too rough?
No.
Or was this murder?
Murder.
This case is not a romanticized, fictionalized novel some of you may have read. This was the exercise of power and control.
The prosecution would argue that Kat McDonough, under Mazzelia's total domination, lured the unsuspecting Lizzi Marriott to their apartment that night.
Lizzi was attractive. She was what he had been looking for. And it all seemed to be going according to the defendant's sexual plot until Lizzi said, no. Your Honor, the state calls Catherine McDonough.
And the prosecution's star witness, Kat McDonough, with a dramatically different story from the one she had been telling.
Who killed Elizabeth Marriott?
Seth Mazzelia.
How do you know what Seth Mazzelia did to Elizabeth Marriott?
I was there.
The defense turns this case right back to Kat McDonough, claiming she's a liar. And Lizzi's death, they say, was an accident. It's tragic.
And now she's testifying. Kat McDonough is now testifying against her boyfriend. How'd that come about?
Well, she wasn't facing murder, but she was facing several counts of covering up a crime that carried a 21-year prison sentence. And they said, look, we want to nail this guy. If you testify against him, you'll get 3 years.
Okay.
But police and prosecutors are clear, this is not some romanticized version of 50 Shades of Grey.
Absolutely not. This is about violence. This is about abuse and control.
Troy Roberts,
That's what
thanks
people are
very
worried
much.
about. Thank you, Troy.
You can watch Troy's full report, Dangerous Games, on 48 Hours. That is tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central, right here on CBS.